Hello, hello. How you guys doing? Everybody say hey to moderator Amber. What's up, D? Everybody say hey to my moderator D. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Kat? Hey, Taurus. Hey, Tabitha. What's up, Tracy? What's up, Amber Green? What's up, Margaret and Big Forever? What's up, Pamela? Sierra, 𝗧𝗏𝗢𝗪𝗏. Yo, Phoenix. What's up, Jill? Hey, Drake. Chris, Darlene, Rashini. What's up, Pauline? I mean, either what's today? Friday, right? For most of us, that is. Yes. Happy either Friday or Saturday to you, depending on where you are in the world. Today we'll be utilizing our tarot. Will be the Knights of the Templar Tarot. And then, of course, our Oracle deck is our handy dandy Boxer's Oracle. Alrighty, guys. So, yesterday I left off with 6 people. Lowered like 2 down. Left off with 6 people yesterday. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So before we dive into our first 30 minutes of free people, we'll go ahead and complete those 6 super chatters. All right, here's the breakdown of the live, guys. You have 3 options on how to get a reading from me. The first one is the free option. If during those chunks of times where I've designated us to go ahead and do free readings, your zodiac and a yes/no question, you're going to be then able to be submitted into getting a free reading. Now, they are randomized, so you're not promised a free reading by being here. It is a spirit aligns me to your eyes, okay? The next step is if you're somebody who wants no shadow of a doubt for your reading to be answered, then you would want to be a super chatter. Super chatting is a feature that Super Chat is a feature that YouTube has utilized for a way for you guys to tip and gift creators, but I've used it with Spirit for an energy exchange with you guys. So basically, for every $1 that you're wanting to super chat, I will promise a certain amount of cards and minutes, etc. I put into your reading. Super chatting starts at $1 and goes up. If you want to see the breakdown, go into the description of this live, click on it, and you'll see the grid there. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, is the members. So if you're one of my members, which being a member on YouTube is basically you subscribe an extra monthly benefit to an individual creator, and you receive their exclusive access content, giveaways, etc. For me, my members receive prioritized readings during lives. They're allowed to ask more than one question. They can ask for general pulls and yes and no's, etc. And I do receive weekly extra videos as well. If there is any other questions you have, again, you can go ahead and open up the description of this live. I do recommend you all check in there to see which questions I've stated are not eligible during a live reading. That would be health-related questions, legal matters, trying to verify if you're going to marry somebody, things like that cannot be answered in a live. Alrighty, so thank you. Let's go ahead and start with those people. Yesterday, the first person I left off with was Katie W. She wanted a general reading about a love situation where they're in separation. Okay. First, let's go ahead and get a drink of the G Fuel. All right, let's see. start with tarot for you. All right. So, what's going on with the separation with Katie and her person? Okay, so this person feels like they're under attack from the world. It's not like this is not something that is just a center with you. That I'm hearing friends, family, they're having a hard time using their discernment of trusting themselves. You know, your person's going through a dark night of the soul. For you two to have any successful beginning, it cannot happen right now. They have to go through these trials and tribulations. They have to find a way to pick themselves up and ask for help. That's the thing. You can't help somebody that's not willing to receive it. You can do everything you can. And Spirit's not telling you to give up on this person, but they're saying, yo, remember, you can only help somebody out of the well who is willing to put their hand up. If you are trying to save somebody, putting yourself underneath, like picture yourself going into a well, literally, and you're trying to grab their hand to the point where you're throwing yourself over it almost. You're going to get top heavy. You're going to fall into the well with them. Versus if you make sure most of your body weight, you got yourself, you're out here, but you're trying, and you see that person, they're climbing up. They're going brick by brick, doing everything with all their might, stretching as far as they can up to reach your hand. That's the type of person you help. That's the type of person you don't give up on. So they're finding their way to get the strength to ask, to yell, to say, hey, I'm down here. And there's definitely more in store with your connection. Spirit says there is inspiration, there is hope in 2025 for this. So you're going to be out of separation before 2025 is over. Just allow them to come to you with the contact. This pen is like dried out on me. But there's so much of it still left. It's interesting. I'll also try to fix that later because that's a good pen. Let's try this one. It's brand new. Take that off. Okay, that's better. That's a blue one. Okay. Number 2, we left off from yesterday. Oh, also, guys, you at any time right now, you can go ahead and super chat. My first group of super chatters are going to be cut off at probably right around 10:30. Okay, so and tonight we're only going to have one group of super chatters who are answered. Anybody after that first group has been collected will be the first answered on tomorrow's live stream. Okay, so I'm going to give it about 30 minutes. Maybe, and even depending on once I'm get done with this, it may be a little bit longer that I let, since it's going to be one group, I'll let it be a little bit longer for it to collect. Okay. Number 2, that was Susan Yamashita. You were requiring a general reading. Okay. Very interesting. I'm hearing the bees are a required step. Okay. You're going to have a decision coming up soon about a career, a leap of faith. You're going to feel very scared that you're making the wrong decision. You're going to be like, am I not following my guidance at all? Is this going to end up me not having fruition? So you're probably either like you've felt the need to leave maybe a career that you've had a lot of solid foundation in to do something you actually truly, it's like your dream, your passion, an inspiration, something you truly desire to do in this world, and you're very scared it's not going to go according to plan. Spirit says when you make this jump, I wouldn't be surprised if it's when you're on the way to the new interview or on the way to quitting the job that's no longer serving you, you're going to see an immense amount of bees. Not just one fly to you, etc. Like, you're going to be on your way. And it's going to be, so bees represent community, coming together, working very hard. And with this swarm that's going to be around you, but it's not scary. It's not like there's even, they're not even close enough to like you, but it's just like, it's almost a pattern. This is a gift from the universe. It's a sign, it's a confirmation that you made the right choice. And you're only going to see, okay, so they're saying you're only going to see this very unique pattern with the bees is after you make the jump. And it's going to be like right after. The only example they're giving me with you specifically is quitting a job and then going into your car, maybe going to get some food right after, something about being like outside your car or next to your car. But this is going to happen, and you are meant to be your own boss. You're not meant to live an existence where you just feel satisfactory, okay? All right, number 3 was 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗧. We are having a work general reading for you with any possibility of love information. We'll see if it flows. Let's see. You're in the same exact boat as our friend beforehand when it comes to career. You are also feeling this pivotal change. You're not sure if you're supposed to take a leap of faith. I feel like you're going to have a decision. Yours feels more like a decision. So you're about to be either promoted, given another form of responsibility, or you break free and start like either your own business, jump into a new career. You're you're scared. You're like, I don't know what the right thing to do is, but I can't be feeling that in my soul since I was like even a child. This is what I'm meant to do. If it was for nothing. This isn't just motivation. This isn't just a spark. This isn't just you're bored. This is not that. You for so long of your life, I am hearing, said, I'll do my dreams later. I'll do my dreams later. Right now, I have other things to worry about. Guess what? You've gotten to that point. Maybe this is even a side gig. Maybe this is you just having your own business, but on top of everything else you're already doing. If you can make that type of time and it doesn't destroy like your inner peace, whatever. It's a lot of work, but there's ways to do it. There's something about you where you're like, I can make money while I'm asleep. That's what I keep hearing with you. I can make money while I'm asleep. And currently, when it comes to love, now they're telling me, there's people that want to work with you. There's more passion and love surrounding you than just romance, okay? I'm seeing new bonds. I'm seeing new family members formulating, found family members, soul family members. With this new chapter, you're going to need help. And remember, it's joyful when people truly care about you. When you allow them to help you, it's joyful for them. They feel good. They want to. It's actually for the right people who truly desire to be in your life, will be positive forces. Knowing that they do things to help you is enough of a gift to them. Like appreciation, because just that respect. Okay? You are entering not only a phase in life where you're receiving spiritual protection, but financial protection. Yes, you already have that. You're having like friendship and foundation protection. Get ready for different forms of loyalty than you've ever experienced before is what I'm hearing as well. This is beautiful. Okay. Number 4, divinity. Divinity was here for a general reading. Here for a general reading. Okay, so right now, there's definitely been a sense of like this traditionalism you've been following. Okay, more of a routine is what they're saying with this. Divinity, you're feeling very centered. You're thinking before you're speaking. You're breaking boundaries. You're pulling down the blinds to the parasite. The parasite, the devil, the demons, however that word for that energy resonates for you, whether you've assigned that energy. However you do it, that's the right word. For me, it's parasite. Something that was put into you, it's foreign. It didn't arrive with your soul. It was created from life experience. Those are the parasites. And the whole point is to find them, to extract them, and then work with yourself to repair. Okay? So right now, Divinity, they're very proud of you. You've given your time to self to repair. You've been catching up on sleep. You're releasing slowly more and more, a little bit more every day, survivor syndrome, or not survivor syndrome, that's not what I meant to say. You probably have a form of survivor's guilt. So there's a loved one, there's somebody here, there's a friend that you saw either like a straight up brother or sister. I'm picking up on, no matter what, they got a pretty masculine energy, but that doesn't mean that the person was male. They could have just been a very dominant person in this world when they were here. Like, all I know I'm hearing is you knew where the fuck they were. So like if they were in a room, they were very loud, probably a really happy person outwardly, but inwardly was not. You have a past loved one. He's your Archangel Raphael. Okay, Archangel Raphael is the one who's a soldier that's like standing in front of you, with you, in front line, like a front line soldier, always with you. They want you to know that you can call on them for, they want me to really say mental stability, to be quite frank. You know, maybe when this person was here, they were battling a lot of depression, a lot. And it looks like as they've passed over, a lot of times whatever pain we go through in this life, it's two things. It's us healing karma or completing cycles from past lives, but also preparing us to what we're going to be a master, if you will, of in the next, what our purpose will be in the next. This person, it feels like in this new life that they're in, they're not a human again. Okay, they're a celestial being. But their purpose as an angel, if you will, is to help with mental fog, like, but more than that, like depression, chemical imbalances, other deities and things that you can't see. Yes, but I'm talking about more inner dilemma, inner demons. Your brain is formed like a sponge, or like clay is a better way to put it. It's formed like clay as we're growing up. And when you get chemical imbalances and etc., yes, some things are hereditary, but most things are environmental. Your Raphael is letting you know that there's been a lot of mental barriers you've been going through. You've been doing it like flying colors. It's like you're riding a new roller coaster than you've ever experienced before. And they're very proud of you. They want you to know that, yes, of course, they're safe. It's more than safe. They found their purpose. They do this for you. They do this for other people. They do this as almost an energetic, like, surge. Think about their energy as a lightning, as a bolt. And you will feel the shake of lightning. You will hear the thunder and everything, it being very far away from it. But that impact is so powerful in that one spot that it sends out. That is when you pick every time to love yourself. That is every time you pick up yourself and say, fuck, that was an experience. You know what? That was out of my control. Every time you try to understand yourself for why you reacted the way you did, or did things you didn't truly mean to do, how it stems back to something of childhood trauma or etc. that you suppressed, that you weren't allowed and never felt comfortable enough to really get to a resolution with. Okay, believe it, that this Archangel Raphael, they are here to help you with your own imbalance, your own chemical imbalance. It's very beautiful. Yeah. Okay. All right, next person. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. It's better like that. Number 5, that was Bambi Witch. And you were requesting a general career reading. Okay. Got you. General career reading for Bambi. So Spirit's very proud of you. Okay, it looks like you have you've had a retreat from, you feel like you've really had a retreat from some force. Like the work, you feel like when you go to work, you're having to survive the whole time. It's like a high stress situation. And of course, every job's going to come with its stressful moments, its things about it. But like when the good outweighs the bad, that's when it's worth going through whatever things you have to for that job. And it feels like, you know, no matter where you are, your work ethic, no matter what other, this is a better way to put it, no matter what other people around you are doing, no matter what type of job you have, you give it your all. And Spirit says, whatever you're doing right now, you're getting, but your worth, number 1, is beyond money, okay? But just in the sense of talking about exchange of hours, like working, nothing to do with the soul, just what we have to do in this human experience, you are like making nowhere near enough your worth. Again, your worth has nothing with money, not your spiritual, but only talking about exchanging actual work, hours, and effort. It is like the energy that you do is like worth 3 people doing your job. Like you work somewhere, other people can slack off, and you're going to be the type of person that's like, hell no, that's not going to happen around me. Okay, and that is great. Spirit saying it's not about getting rid of that part of you, but you can't give that in places where it's not going to be appreciated. You've been called to do some form of career upgrade, career change, opening up a side gig and see where it goes while you're still doing something else. Okay, this is your complete sign that your tower, your moment that had to be crumbled down, it's completed. Not only that, the dust and the fog and etc. has been clearing. And right now as you speak, you say these words to yourself. Write them down or say it how you, make sure you feel the energy of it and say it how you would like. You don't have to. But as you speak, all the dust is settled. I see my horizon clearly. And what parts of my soul were never meant to be pushed away, but meant face to face to shake. My dark side is not my enemy. It is my friend. It is my tool to understand the depths of myself and the depths of others. I will never fear again. I will embrace the moments and let myself continue forward. So mote it be. However, if you like to say it just like that, or whatever, that's a mantra. And you guys can make up your own mantras all the time. I just made that up off the top of my head. Mantras are spells. And if you believe in them, it doesn't matter if you read it in a book, if it's been said thousands of times, it doesn't matter. Those spells, every spell, everything, every tool we've ever used for spiritual, a human or somebody had to create it. And they chose to believe in them and their mission enough that it set off other people to do that in the collective and to build off of that. I say this because you don't need to reach out to other people to do spells for you. And I always say, guys, what do we do? Only light work. If you try to mess with dark magic, black magic, you figure that out. But when we're doing spell work, when we're doing readings, even when we're doing anything to work with, like channeling messages also from like animals or etc., you don't need another person. Sometimes you need somebody who has perfected their craft in something, but you don't need to go on Etsy or whatever and somebody, a witch or whatever, creates you a affirmation spell, an affirmation jar, and then you pay whatever for it. I mean, you could do that if you really want to, but to be quite frank, in those types of things, the most powerful thing is making it yourself. I say all of this so you always remember to never think the power comes from somebody else, that they have something you don't. We all have our Beyonce effect in this world, our thing that we're meant to do that's just something different. But anything you put your mind to, you can truly move forward with. If you put enough time and effort into reading tarot, if you're somebody here who doesn't read tarot, you would be able to get your own messages. But me and other creators, if you will, have put countless energy, training, basically schooling ourselves into this, for this to be our craft, and where we are able to cut corners, if you will, for your messages. So you don't have to go through so many loops, and also help you not be interfered by your ego in reading the messages. That is what the channeler is doing. That is it. So you can read your own cards. You can receive your own downloads and look outwardly for what I like to call the icing on the cake. You are the batter. You are the eggs. You and spirit make everything together, okay? And then everything else is an added benefit, is an exchange. The only way a reader is going to be able to give you the messages you need to begin with is because of your energy being there. That's why it's called the word channeler. You guys are awesome. All right. All right, number 6, Bambi. You're wanting to know, are you going to move forward on YouTube? I see. So, you have to remember, you know, the only people that are really going to criticize you for following your dreams are individuals that are settling in their lives or afraid completely to even try to do what they truly desire. The only people in this world that are going to make fun of you, belittle you for following your dreams are the last people you should care. And if anything, should be a compliment. Anybody that has become successful, has followed their own path, is going to promote you to do the same thing and to not listen to others. Okay? You've gone inwards. You're presently inwards. And you've been sitting for a while on this idea to start your page. Or if you've already done it, maybe you're like, I need to change it up a bit. But I don't know if it's time for me to put that much dedication into it. At this point, it's not resting for temporary retreat. They're saying there is a form of like, you got to get out of your comfort zone. This is only going to happen if you believe in it. And the biggest thing in this world of manifestation is consistency. Motivation comes and goes. Consistency stays. And when you have that motivation, embrace it. That's when you get these crazy new ideas for how your logo is going to look and how you'd like for your thumbnails to be, what your main craft is, your story, your flow, your editing, the type of fonts and sound effects and etc. that you want to use. When you have motivation, you embrace those moments. You zone in, but then you remember, yo, there's going to come a time where I'm feeling like I'm starting to get burnt out, or I don't have the motivation to sit and focus like that. You can't get mad at yourself. You say, okay, recharge time. Now it's time to focus on other types of things. You let that flow, okay? But you don't get yourself the burnout energy and then you just completely quit and stop. If you are not your number one promoter, nobody will promote you. So on top of you doing your YouTube, you have to promote your YouTube. Use all platforms. I'm telling you, any one of you here who is a creator, no matter if you have 1 follower, 1 million followers, etc. Everyone here who is a content creator, if you're not utilizing all platforms, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Just saying. There are certain people who only use like TikTok or only Instagram, and I respect it. Like, I'm not ever trying somebody how to handle their own content creation, but like out of like nothing but love, like friendship love, etc. for you guys, if you don't utilize all the platforms, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Most people will only find you from one spot. You are not going to show up on all. Maybe for some, eventually you'll show up on all, but there are plenty of people who would never see your messages, no matter if this is something spiritual, or if you're like somebody that likes to do animation, or if you're a commentary YouTuber, or if you do some like a really cool niche, if you're an artist, whatever it is. There are people who would never find you if you only stuck to one platform. So they're basically saying, go forward, yes, on YouTube, but more. Focus on more as well. Okay, so that was it for the super chatters we left off with last time. I'm gonna start formulating that first group of super chatters for tonight, and I think I'm gonna do 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. No, I'll hold it off. Maybe like 15. 1 second. Let's see what we got so far. Okay, number 1 today is Sierra. Got you. Number 2 is Phoenix. Number 3 is Quinto. All right, number 4 is Maria. Got you. All right, number 5 is Missy. All right. Number 6 is Brittany. Brittany Hall. All right, number 7 is Angel Aura. All right. Number 8 is Roxanne. And then number 9, oh, I see Roxanne. You went ahead and gifted 5 memberships. Thank you deeply. I'll give you a law of attraction pull for that. If you were one of the 5 that got a free membership, that was from Roxanne. Go ahead and thank her. Oh, by the way, people here who are my members, I appreciate your patience on this week's videos. they're going to be up before the weekend, okay? So your Archangel Ascension, your Viking Divination, and then your 3 guided Archangel Collective readings are all going to be up before Sunday, okay? Dope. All right, so it's 10:33. This is going to take definitely, and then once we get more, it's going to take at least 30 minutes. I want to be off here by 11:30 for sure. I'm going to do 15 minutes of free people, okay? And while we do this 15 minutes of free people, this will be last call for to get put on the super chatters list for tonight. 15 minutes. Anybody after that time frame is going to be the first answered on next live stream, okay? So I'll just round it to 10:35 right now. And at 10:50, that's the cutoff. 10:50 Eastern time, 10:50 p.m. Eastern time is the cutoff for super chats. So now you guys can go ahead and resume putting your name, your zodiac sign, and a yes/no question for the free readings. And we're switching to the Boxer's Oracle. This is my Oracle deck, guys, as well. The first one of many I'm going to be creating. If you, after watching this today, if you feel really connected to this deck, I do currently have them in stock on my website, offprintmint.com. That is linked in my YouTube profile bio. Click on that. Right at the homepage, you'll see another button that pops up that says, click here for my online store for like the divination tools, etc. And it'll load it up right there. It comes with a velvet pouch. It comes with a handwritten thank you note. It comes with a protective box. And I do make sure to have them shipped out within the same week of you purchasing them. Thank you, thank you. All right, Brianna, you are a Scorpio. Are you and this person in separation for your own healing? Okay. Are you and this person on your mind in separation for your own healing? Yeah, Spirit's saying the block is not because it's like something that's like a divine intervention from safety. You know, both of you are very scatterbrained. And right now, you would be doing more hindrance for each other than balancing. You're both in pretty vulnerable states right now. And it's not about, like, continuously having to go into separation with the person, okay? But the dynamic you two are in right now, it doesn't feel like you've hit that point where it doesn't feel like something where you've been in a relationship for a long time, and this is a different level of resilience Spirit would be calling for you to do for them. This feels more like something where it's like, yo, there's a established connection, but this person has not done a balance give and take in your life to where you should go like above and beyond. There's a form of codependency here too. And I'm seeing it's not necessarily even that person that your codependency is to. It's kind of like a pattern within you. And again, it's not all just for you. There are things that this person is working on as well. But this block is not an actual block. You're in separation for further growth. And trust and be assured, if you guys were completely in each other's life right now, there would be things you could not come back from. Things said, done, etc. So allow the new chapter to come to you when Spirit says it's time. Remember, yes, no questions. Alright, Judith. What's up? You're a Libra and you'd like to know, are you going to find your match? Are you going to find your match? Yeah, absolutely you are. Right now, you're in a very, they're saying you're entering a very, like, exciting, mysterious part of your life. Mysterious, I think, meaning, like, it feels like you're gonna have a very exciting love. This is a person where you're always wondering what's on their mind. Not in a way where it's like they're keeping you in limbo or, like, making you chase them. It's like you're literally in front of them. You can't read them. And it's exciting for you because it's really easy for you to read people, is what I'm hearing. And this person will keep you on your toes in the best of ways. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. You're going to find a great match. And there really does feel like something about October. D, you're a Virgo. Diana, you're a Virgo. And you're wanting to know, did you make the right choice by separating yourself from certain family members? Did you make the right choice by separating yourself from some certain family members? Yeah, you're like, I have to protect my peace. I've done everything I can to be balanced within my masculine and feminine energy. These people make me imbalanced. And I can go forward saying I did everything I could. But I choose me and my peace. And this is the correct. You are making the correct decision. Maybe one day someone will be able to reach out to you. After, what I'm hearing is you'll have like, there has to be like a younger family member, like a cousin or etc. Who, they're definitely like, they're either like in their 20s, like early 20s, mid 20s. They're still figuring things out, how to use discernment for themselves. And in no time, they're going to come to you and be like, I understand, I get it now. Why, you know, everybody was always like, why did you, like, you're never here for us, or they would call you selfish or whatever. But now I get it. I got now what I couldn't when I was younger. And I miss you. And I'm away from family now as well, and I do feel alone. And you and whoever this family member are really going to be able to find a whole new, like, pack with each other. And rest assured, I don't see this being the only family member that comes around, but I do see them being the first and the others taking quite a bit of time. You made the right decision. Nine minutes, last call for super chatters if you want to get yourself on the list for tonight. 9 minutes. Alright, Star, you're a Cancer. You're wanting to know, is Chris going to come back to live with you? Alright. Is Chris going to come back to living with the Star? Spirit wants you to think outwardly in, okay? It's not healthy for this person to be living with you. It's a cycle repeat. I don't see right now if they were in your home. There's a difference between having moments of imbalance versus just straight up chaos in a home, right? Here, I'm hearing chaos, but when he's not, there's like a peace. For him to be the man that he truly is, because I hear he's been going through a lot of dark things. You know, you've given him a lot of excuses, and that's the difference. We can give people understandances, but when we start giving excuses, that's where we enter a territory where we're pushing our boundaries and we're messing with our law of attraction when we're letting people treat us certain ways. Spirit does show that for any chance of a healthy new beginning together, he has a deep part right now where he needs to start working not only on his mental but like physical health. So there could be, there could be some form of like either a substance thing that's going here. This, could be some form of an addiction, maybe not even to substances. It could be to a gambling addiction, some form of substance, but it does feel like it's something with his body. And I'm hearing, this person used to look, all I can say is like they used to look really healthy. And they want me to say it that way, look. Because somebody can be all like super fitness influencer style with their body, but the supplements they're taking, the fact that they're actually like starving themselves or whatever, their inwards is destroyed. Don't get me wrong, most of them are very, very healthy and it matches with their physique, but there are plenty who the shit they're pumping into themselves, it's destroying them. And it's only a moment in time where they look that strong or etc. And I feel that your person, like, there was a time where they were very healthy, okay? But something happened. And that joy they used to receive from whatever their athletic sport or hobby or routine is, it became like overload. I just see like maybe it's steroids. Maybe I'm seeing the energy of what I'm feeling now as I continue to be inside their body is kind of that vibe, that rush of anger, but still looking a certain way. If it's not that, then I'm also just entering the energy of like rage, of a masculine that's imbalanced, who's not in touch with himself and will do before saying. You're like, I just want to find him again. I want the man I fell in love with to be back. And I do see it, but he has to want it for himself. He has to want it for himself. And I do see him being able to move back, but you can't be the one that's like, he has to show you. You can't save him. Even though you probably never registered it that way, like you're saving him, if you can look outward in. During this time, there's one last thing they wanted me to say to you about your own self-worth during this time, because you're not in like this limbo. You're not just waiting for him. This separation isn't just for him. It's for both of you. There is a form of independency. Maybe for a long time, maybe you and this person have been in a very long relationship and you haven't had much of time to really know who you are, or that could be the energy of you were with somebody else for a very long time and like you could have jumped into a new relationship. However this resonates for you, I do see them reaching back out, but they have to get off. They're in the well that we were talking about earlier. They're in the well. They can't just be saying, help me. The energy of him right now is somebody that's in the well and they're just like saying monotone, help me. Help me. He needs to scream. He needs to be climbing up those bricks and pushing and pulling his arm up as high as he can for you to grab him. Once he starts doing that, that is when you enter a new phase in each other's life with still healthy boundaries, but coming back together. Nobody said love was easy. And like Bob must say verbatim, because I can't remember, but the vibe, this is what it is. It's everybody in life that's worth loving is going to hurt you. It's inevitable. It's about finding the people that it's worth going through it for. Okay. Ooh, fentanyl, that's what he's on. Damn. Yeah, just send him unconditional love from afar. Okay. All right, Deb. You're an Aries. You'd like to know, is there a relationship going to happen between you and your person of interest? He says no, but he shows you mixed signals. Okay. This is person's actual, when they look at you. When they look at you, not through you. Okay. This person definitely cares about you. I must say there is more of a professional energy on how either you two met or the dynamic you have. Maybe this is a coworker. Maybe this is a boss. Maybe this is somebody you've met through a professional type of setting. Not so much like a friend through a friend, or like you met them at a party, or it's not that vibe. Okay. This feels like kind of somebody where there's a lot of qualities in them that are completely green flags, and you're looking for in individuals, but your guys' dynamic does not seem like it's a situation where it's appropriate nor equally wanted to go further than a form of a professional friendship dynamic. How you work together, it does not feel like this person has romantic feelings for you. Now, with this being said, it's not about belittling yourself. It's not about being like, oh, I should have known better, I'm stupid, whatever your parasite wants you to think. Okay? There are really good qualities about whoever this person is that you can take going forward. Whoever your mind is on, they're either off the market, happy with somebody, or again, it's just this form of they respect you, they think you're a good person, but they do not have organic romantic feelings for you. Sometimes, just sometimes, people, we've all had to do it before in our lives, where we take somebody's kindness as flirtation. And that's kind of the vibe I'm feeling here. And I'm here for you. I'm always here for you, okay? So, the best thing Spirit would say for you to do is go forward. You're the one that chooses if you want to cycle repeat and view things a way they're not necessarily being meant to come off. Right. All right, so that's the cutoff right now for Super Chatters. I'm going to go ahead and write down the names of everybody who has added themselves. Let's see. All right, so we left off with Roxanne. All right. Number 10 tonight is Leslie. All right, number 11 is Missy. It's your second one, Missy. Number 12. It was Leslie again. Okay. Thank you, Leslie, for doing two different ones. That does still fall under the category of just one general reading because it's $4. And so remember, everything underneath 10 is a general reading. And to ask more than one question, you do have to at least do 10 or up. All right. Cool. So we'll just turn that to a 4. All right. We are going to go ahead and dive into these people. I'm going to go ahead and state your name associated to your number. If you've super chatted, listen out right now. Number 1, Sierra. Number 2, Phoenix. Number 3, Quinto. Number 4, Maria. Number 5, Missy. Number 6, Brittany. Number 7, Angel Aura. Number 8, Roxanne. Number 9, also Roxanne. Number 10, Leslie. And number 11, Missy's second one. Okay. Let's get into this. We're going to switch into tarot again. All right, scroll up. All right, Sarah, your general reading for tonight. What's Sarah's general reading for tonight? You're in hermit mode. You're not feeling in touch with your feminine nature, really. You feel like you've been taken advantage of so much in the past. And there's something you're feeling like you're wanting to so bad break free from the fear of being nurturing. Like, for real. When you're somebody that so many times in your past, you have been unconditionally there for individuals that weren't deserving of it, that took your kindness as ignorance. You build a different type of shell, a different type of protection for that side of you. It's like everything, every fiber in your being wants to be nothing but that, but the way the world's conditioned to you to be is hard. Spirit says you're entering a time where you are going to completely be able to embrace that feminine strength, to nurture, to not feel like you always have to be looking behind your back. Okay? If you've been wondering, is it time to embrace a new step, that you've entered that new phase from August 8th on, when the Lionsgate portal was completely open? The answer is yes. But you're not running through the gate, you're through it. You're walking down the road. So this is a time to allow yourself to start embracing trust in your feminine powers more. Number 2, Phoenix. All right, Jeff Phoenix, what do we have for you? So you're in a temporary retreat right now. You're restoring your force. You're allowing yourself to rest. You used to be a person that would not, like, anytime you felt exhaustion, you would just push even through it. And even though it takes a lot of strength to do that, it's unbearable. You can't keep it up. And that's what you finally hit a point in your life where you're like, I just let myself sit back and watch TV. I let myself relax. I let myself sleep. And you've earned this time. Okay, if you've been wondering what Spirit's like feeling, if they're saying what they're saying about your law of attraction, about bringing in more responsibility, or not more responsibilities, but still bringing in more opportunities, you doing this time of rest is heightening. Believe it or not. A lot of people think you have to continuously work hard, and when you take time off, then it's like, oh, the manifestation work stunts or stops. Far from it. You actually give it a whole nother level and a whole other channel to exert through. You're the energy of somebody who's meant, just like your name, to rise from the ashes. So embrace this new phase. Embrace this new form of financial freedom flowing into your life. All right, M. Quinto. Let's give you a general energy pull. What we got for you? So there's something you're feeling like, damn, I started too fast. You're feeling a little bit of anxious about a decision you made. It's inner. This is an inner dilemma. Spirit says you've been following the guide, you've been following the path. Sometimes we make decisions where in the moment it's like, why did Spirit guide me to say that, to do that? And then it counter-reacted. The person ghosted me. The person went away. I mean, being a spiritual healer is not for the easy. It's not an easy task, because a lot of times just your presence alone triggers fucking an extreme amount of growth out of people. You don't even have to say anything, and it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's such an intense power that people need time to collect themselves. Now, this is not saying that you're always meant to, when you meet somebody new, and you're supposed to go through this every time, and then you have to figure out how to deal with separation. Okay? Spirit's saying that there was a person that was a distraction. Ow. 1 second. I don't get toothaches. I don't get toothaches. And this tooth right here, the top one, the top front one, just started fucking like hurting so bad when I was channeling your energy. This is an inner thing. This isn't like I'm not feeling. I was trying to feel if it's experiencing somebody hitting you. That's not it. This is like it's showing an inner piercing pain connected to your heart, because our gums are directly associated to our heart. Our gum health goes to our heart. Your smile is piercing. You sometimes wonder why people look away from you. And you're like, why can't people look at me in the eyes? Your light is piercing. That smile, it's something that's needed in this world. Every time you have done strength, to be vulnerable is not weak. When you've met people face to face, when you've told them how you feel, when you haven't let the parasite stop you from being a loving human being, you won. And you have an overloading amount of manifestation, positive manifestation, like coming to you at one time. Think about a river and there's a block, okay? People think manifestations come like one at a time. Most of the time, that's not how it happens. They come in clusters. So it's like you have the river. Here's the block, okay? Which is all of the things you need to get rid of, and the way you treat yourself, and what you think about yourself, etc. That's the block. You're asking for all these things to come in. Okay, one of the manifestations here. Now another manifestation you requested here. All the way till it builds up so much energy that it basically pushes that wall down, that barrier, and it comes flowing to you. To the point where you're like, is this too good to be true? And the answer is no, it's not too good to be true. Spirit's wanting you to continue that unconditional care. Because you're a person that has established unconditional care and healthy boundaries, that is the perfect blend to keeping inner peace in this next chapter of your life. All right, number 4, Maria. You're a Pisces, and you want to know, will things evolve with the man you're seeing? You would like to know, are things going to evolve with the man you are seeing? Yeah, so it looks like you've accomplished something with him before. So this could either mean a past life, or this isn't your first rodeo together in this existence. Maybe you've talked before, you've gone kind of back and forth, but it feels like something is coming together. You know, right now, left path, right path choices do show that this is evolving into a committed partnership. All you must continue to do is focus on your end. Feel happy in the present moment. Don't be looking. Okay, if there's something that you need to have, if there's something that they're keeping in the future, even behind your back, because I can see you have trust issues. I'm not saying this person's going to keep things behind your back, but we're just talking in a what if sense. Let's say they do. Okay, if they really in the future get into a situation where they are going to keep something from you, I can assure you, Spirit would find a way for you to know. They would find a way for you to know. You wouldn't have to go look. And they want you to find that comfort. I'm not saying that they're actually going to do something behind your back. Take the comfort in knowing if for any damn reason they even truly thought about it, Spirit would send you a sign to know. An undistinguishable sign. I think you've had a past life more together than I'm picking up on. It feels like one of you could have even... Ooh, it's an interesting one. It does feel like it was a forbidden love. I'm seeing like the Salem trial time, like the witch trials. One of you was an apparent witch, or maybe even accused in this life, but never really practiced or did anything. It was within the energy, and somebody else was scared of falling in love. Whoever this was told, and the other one perished. And I'm saying it this way because, believe it or not, I'm picking up that you have to forgive yourself for who you were in past lives, because they're not who you are now. I'm picking up on you could have been the man in that life who told. And he was actually the woman, the one accused in this life. So you feel some weird sense of just like not wanting to give up on him. And that stems from far beyond this lifetime. So there is definitely more that's going to formulate between you two. All right, Miss C. Let's give you a general reading. Miss C. Number 5, Miss C. This card's definitely wanting to pierce out. There's somebody that wants to ask you for a second chance. There's somebody that you felt like everybody was pinned against you. Them more than ever, and they weren't there. They abandoned you, and they feel that, and they were like, can we rise above this? I think this is a Spirit saying the decision will be with you always, but it feels like this is more of closure. You have somebody who burned a bridge with you that's going to start screaming across the other side to please create, basically, for you to create a new one, for them to come back. Sometimes people come back into our lives not to stay, to have the last conversation, for the final goodbye. So you can pick yourself. And that's how the contract is settled. You've been picking up on a new person. It's not even new. Okay, let's not say new. You've been picking up on a person who you haven't thought about in so long that it feels it's like they're a new person. It's like, I have no idea who they even are anymore. It's been years. I wouldn't be surprised, decades with this person. Or decade, 13 years. I know a decade's not 13 years, but I went from saying decades to decade, and it's something in between. It's definitely 13 years of either friendship you had with them that turned to something else, or 13 years ago you were together, or there's something about the number 13, and they're saying the word years specifically is a big thing. So Spirit says just get... When we receive signs about a person coming back and etc., it's not Spirit saying yes. It's more of a preparation for you to be ready. Okay. All right, number 6. That's Brittany. You'd like a general reading about your gifts and abilities and how to expand them. Okay, so here's the thing. Understand, the more gifts you will have, the bigger purpose you have in this world, the more trials and tribulations and pain and despair you will experience. Sometimes people can ask, why am I going through this? I understand it. I do. But pain within itself is a tool. Sometimes people want the responsibility but truly do not understand what it takes to get to the point of being able to be a person that can take that. The only example I can really give right now is Think about Navy SEALs, okay? I've never been in the military. I was a Navy brat. My father was in my entire life, 20 years, whatever. So I experienced just being around that, okay? So the things I've heard and etc. are what I'm talking about with this example. Nothing of experience. I just wanted to state that. Navy SEALs go through the craziest shit in their training. Stuff they probably will never even have to even worry about experiencing on the field to make sure they can handle anything that comes their way. Most of the people cannot get through the mental part of boot camp or whatever to become a Navy SEAL. It's not even that, it's the effort, like the physical, yes, that's fucking hard as shit. But it's what gets a lot of people, no matter if they're in the most prime, like athletic person, is the mental barriers of being trapped in your mind, being trapped and having to be in control of your breathing. All I can say with you is that breathing thing is something that's really resonating with you. It's something about the water. They're telling me that I was picking up something with water with you. You have to overcome a fear of the water. That could be a couple of ways interpreted. Overcome the fear with the water. So obviously, for some of you here, there could have been something to do with drowning. Some of you are scared to swim because of a childhood experience. But to be quite frank, it almost feels like for some of you here, it's an alcohol thing. Don't fear the water. At the time when you used to do, I see self-medication. A lot of people who have spiritual abilities, who are also neurodivergent, both, you will go to substances for self-medication and escape. And at one time you feared not having the alcohol, only having the water, because drinking the water, it doesn't affect your nothing. Like it makes you it makes you clear, it makes you have to think. You have to think. I'm not going to fear drinking the water anymore. A lot of you here have overcame some form of substance. Maybe it isn't even necessarily alcohol for some of you, because this is collective with all of you being here, but there's so many different examples I'm seeing with this. And Spirit, the thing they're wanting you to know about your gifts and your abilities, Brittany, is this is how you earn them. You're earning your badges, your stripes. It's not just about it's not just about the tarot cards. It's not just about the spiritual tools that are tools like physical products. Our biggest spiritual tool is our human experience. So the more that you allow yourself to embrace all the crazy fucking experiences you have, instead of judging yourself or being angry or saying, why did I do that? It's not who you are anymore. They are things that taught you how to continue to heal yourself so you can heal others. To give you a reflection, to not put yourself in only a couple of people's shoes, to be able to see everybody. With great power comes great responsibility. It truly does. So they're letting you know it's not about adding, if you want to add more tools to your craft and etc., dope, but that's not what you need to do. They need you to embrace the tower moments and everything that this year has brought to surface. Okay, yeah, that's been a really fucking crazy year for a lot of people. But something is reborn already. And they want you to be happy and prepared that you're safe. And even though you had so much of your life where you had to be in survival mode, okay, there's a level of that now that would hinder you. Always have your guard. Or always have your eyes ready. Always be aware. But remember, some of the people, some of the situations that you still have too much of a guard with, it's like the energy of, picture yourself in a base and you're still holding like a gun. like you're out in the war, in danger, but you're literally in safety. You're in a base. You're with everybody that's on your side, if you will, and you're still holding the gun and looking around like you're in danger, but you're not. There's a time and a place when you leave your home, when you leave that bubble, where you have to have that exterior, but you've entered the part of your life where you cannot see red all the time. You can trust yourself. It's different. Interesting. And something they want me to say, one last thing with you, I can feel it, is look at the people and the situation's actions. Maybe there's some people you need to have a conversation with so misunderstandings and assumptions aren't getting in the way. Interesting. All right, number 7, Aura. Angel Aura. All right, Amara, you're a Libra, and we're going to give you a general reading. Money's flowing to you. Okay, you broke up. You said, I can see straight up who is not willing to go to the battlefield for me. I can see who wants me to chase them. I can see the old parts of me that if I allow this person to come into my life, stay in my life, or if I continue to try to reach out to them like I have with others, I'm cycle repeating. I do not have the ability to welcome in this new abundance. Okay, when we're avoiding work in one aspect of our life, it will affect other aspects. If you're avoiding work and love, it will eventually trickle into career. It will literally like steal energy. People can steal energy from you when you are heartbroken over a person that is not even deserving of your time of day, to be quite frank. You don't realize it, but the intensity you're focusing, you're actually sending them energy, your life force. Okay, and you see clear as day, like so many wording, like you're like, man, you know what? That person, whenever we talked, it was always about them. Even if when there was moments about like, hey, just talk. Like, it's not that you want to talk about yourself with nobody else. What I hear from you is you're one of those people that barely talks about yourself, to be quite frank. But when there's moments you start feeling vulnerable enough to open up, it's like the person would instantly like switch it back to them, and you just were so programmed with that you thought it was normal. But outward looking in, you're like, no, that's not cool. That shows something subconscious. The person, they don't care about knowing me, they care about having my attention. You let go of somebody that simply wanted your attention. This friend was an energy vampire. And that's the way they want me to say it as well. I think it was a friend you had a lot of admiration for. Or maybe it was somebody that was like, you would like each other and it was potential, but you were just in friendship energy, and you were already giving to them like you were in love. They were draining from you. And it's not a coincidence that now that this person, you've set some pretty healthy boundaries and they're pretty much out of your life, you're going to see a wind flow of money coming in. The block you've been receiving and energy to even get up and work, it's been released. And we're not blaming this one person. Everything's on them. But they were a big block. They were a big clog in your river of manifestation. But you removed it. All right. Number 8, Roxanne. All right, Roxanne, you would like a love reading. I feel like somebody connected to you is getting stronger. Somebody has mostly gotten out of their funk. It's the way they want me to say it. Am I picking up on the masculine getting out of his funk? Yeah, it's the masculine's energy. So the feminine's been more, okay, you're more in limbo. It's not like, you haven't like necessarily gone through anything in the past couple of weeks that's really, you want me to say it that way, in your own home, finances, etc., you haven't, like, there hasn't been a stagnation or a stumble, but you're feeling lost more internally home. Like, my home doesn't feel like a home. I want it to feel like my home again. There's something that's been missing, and it could just be that love. I want to share this with somebody. And you're wondering if he's still somebody you're supposed to share this with. I do see yes. I do see fruits. I do see fruition. But he's also going through that dark night of the soul where you guys are right at that finish line, okay? That hill, there's been a lot on each other's backs, a lot of burdens. But Spirit says you're right at the finish line. You need to embrace you did let go and gave back to him what he needed to go on his journey. For a long time, you held on to his weight. For a long time, you were carrying his bags. And a little while ago, you said, no matter how much I love you, I can't do this anymore. And you had to drop some of his bags and let him pick them up and go on his own journey. You were scared he wouldn't be able to do it. He was scared he wasn't going to be able to do it. But he did. I see somebody that is still in a moment of cloudiness, but they're finding their way back to you. You know, that you're right. That home, it's not supposed to be just for you. You are still completely in the timeline of having this warm, loving home that you... It's interesting because most people that come to your house say it's all... You're like, most people that come to my house are like, man, they love it here. They say it, there's this energy. They say it's so warm, or I don't know, I just feel good. And it's not that you don't feel it, but you're like, I don't see it the way others do. And that's the thing. We all are our own worst critic. The last thing I want to say for you is they are saying neither of you want to be alone anymore. You've gone back and forth in your heads about wondering if the other person still cares. It just feels like you're entering a cycle where it's like a... Not a cycle in a bad way. Like you're hitting a new point where it's like two totally different people. I feel that clear-mindedness. He could be somebody that I see was dealing with more of a substance or a distraction issue as well. And when he comes back, it's like a different person. It's like a different, clear mind. So, what is Spirit to sign off for your reading? What do you have for the next 5 months? So that's going into 2026. But that's what I'm hearing. A 5-month prediction. You're going to be receiving after six, 5 months, after that 6. There's like two different ways I'm channeling the numbers. By June of 2026, you're going to be in a new relationship that's committed. Okay? It's going to take time for that to happen. You know, there's something that's formulating before 2025 is over. And when I say new relationship, it could mean this person that you've been in separation with, but coming back as a new person. But this is going to be a knight that has proven he's deserving of you. So it's absolutely, it's not somebody you haven't met yet. That's the way they want me to say it. The next 5 months, somebody that's already received the offer, they're in an inner dilemma, but it's coming strong together. before the 6th of September. The 6th of September. Something very, very pivotal in your love life is happening on the 6th of September. It's not far away at all. So, long story short for you, the next 5 months, there's something organically formulating with this love, a different form of stability, okay? After September 6th, whatever happens on that day, you're going to feel very joyful. It's going to come to you. It's a return of high vibrational karma. And then all the way into June of 2026, it looks like that month is when a different level of commitment has flowed. If you're already deeply committed with that person, it could be moving in, it could be getting to that first step. I'm just going to stop it there because it feels very powerful. And there are a lot of individuals that are in your collective right now resonating with this reading. I can feel when it's that pull. So we'll let Spirit take it from there. Just be present in this moment, okay? And that will formulate organically. All right, now Roxanne's Law of Attraction card pull. Your Law of Attraction card pull. Wow, the Star. So you're being very, your Law of Attraction is very high vibrational. You're inspiring. You're in a motivational period of your existence, and they want you to utilize that. You're getting a real big creative flow. You're feeling safe. Right now, your Law of Attraction has completely changed. And I'm not stating that it's from me, okay? The message I channeled for you that was about yourself and another reader could have done as well, another organic reader, real reader could have done as well, is what's made your Law of Attraction vibrate higher. Before this reading, you were feeling down. It wasn't causing yourself stagnation. It was like you're causing yourself stress during this process. That's the big thing people can tend to do. But after hearing and receiving within your soul this download, you feel a different form of inspiration. You feel a different form of wanting to get up and focus on what you do have control over today, because that simply brings in what's supposed to happen tomorrow. So they're giving you the thumbs up, and they're telling you to go ahead and continue this mindset. And you've overcame so many lessons in your life. You've overcome so many lessons in your life with flying colors. There's one little part left. You've overcome so many lessons with flying colors that these next are fun ones. Okay, you've overcome a lot of, so you know how we have fears, but then we just have like kind of fears of doing something, like, oh, I'm afraid of going on a roller coaster. But then like somebody could have an actual like fear of heights. It feels like there's a lot of things in your life you've never done just because it's like it's not an actual fear that's pressing, and it's like something like, I know myself and I can't do that. It's just things you simply never have felt motivated to do. Like the only energy of the things I can see of is like going on a roller coaster, bungee jumping, skydiving, things like that. Like just like an exciting part of life where you've never really been like in the position or with individuals that wanted that form of excitement. And it looks like they're wanting you to know that all of the things you've been through, the amount of money that you have and going forward, you're supposed to utilize in embracing that inner child, that inner teenager, and getting those experiences. Money always comes back, but our youth and this existence and our ability to get up and simply drive ourselves and etc., that's temporary. We don't know how long we got it. So you cherish it and live life to the fullest while you do. Your law of attraction is very high vibrational. You're attracting in very new, exciting experiences that might be scary, but are actually completely worth it. All right. All right, now I'm going to switch to my Oracle deck. All right, Missy. Missy, now we're going to do your Cancer general reading, okay? Your general reading. All right, so you're not getting in the way of yourself. You are really using your discernment on who to trust. You are using your discernment on also your ability to help others. There's a part of me that's like, I have to be fully healed before I can help others. You definitely have to be a certain level of healed. You definitely have to be a certain level of knowing yourself and trusting yourself. But, you know, part of healing yourself is healing others, to be quite frank. And the best coaches, the artists, the people that you feel the most connected to when it comes to music, literature, literal art pieces, movies. The thing about all of those individuals is you can feel that they have put their life experience, their pain, their love, their despair, their passion, everything into what they do. And they're vulnerable through strength. Those are the ones that actually change the world. Those are the ones where you listen to their songs thousands of times, not just for fun, but when you need that expression most. Your comfort movies, everything. The life coaches, or, you know, the people on media that you look to for motivational advice and inspiration, all of them that actually resonate with your soul, all the things that all of those souls have in connection is the same thing you have, which is your resilience and your ability to not meet the frequency of what surrounded you. You can only heal others if somehow you understand even just how to put yourself in their shoes. You are somebody that has had so much work you've done on yourself. And you really do have the ability to speak your mind now, is what they want to say. There's something you could be thinking about speaking your mind with. And that doesn't have to mean something like this intense, like, oh, I gotta stand up for myself. I don't know, there's just something in the world that you know that you have no idea the world, like, truly needs to hear, needs to see, needs to feel. Interesting. So don't settle. If you're settling in your job, if there's something, even if you love your job, but there's something online you've been wanting to do as well, like make your own podcast, have a blog, speak your mind, make your art, create an art channel, etc. However it resonates for you, there's something where your voice, the courage, is to be expressed. You are to give that masculine force outwards. And that means your willpower, your go-getter attitude, your self-composure. Nothing to do with the way you look. Remember what, guys? We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. Again, masculine, willpower, go-getter attitude, self-composure. Then our feminine, our nurture, our compassion, our sympathy. To be a full, balanced human being, you have to represent and respect both aspects of your existence, of that energy frequency. Okay. So let's go ahead now and add everybody that has added themselves to the super chat list after Missy. All right, let's see. All right, Phyllis. It looks like you were the only one. Yeah. All right, Phyllis Hall. I see that you sent $10 when I combine those two. Thank you. Perfect. I will give you a general reading. I went ahead and already did the cutoff for the people who were guaranteed tonight with super chatting before you did yours. So Phyllis, tomorrow on my live stream, you're going to be the first person I answer. If for any reason you can't join in on that live stream, they are recorded. So you can simply, after the recording is up later on tomorrow night, you can go in and within the first like 10 minutes of it will be your reading. Okay? Alrighty. Yeah. That's where we're going to close it for tonight, guys. I am going to have an after stream on Twitch. For the ones of you here who are not aware, my TikTok and my YouTube live streams are all tarot based. But I have a Twitch account where I play video games with you guys. Over there, it's a community-based thing. Well, this is like, it's clarity, it's guidance. It's me channeling messages, and that's it. But Twitch, I like actually talk and vibe with y'all and get to know you. So if you're somebody that really likes playing video games, you like having things in the background to listen to, like when you're studying, doing laundry, meal prepping, writing notes, etc. Having my gaming streams is, from what I've been told, a pretty relaxing and great thing to have in the background. Simply come chill and vibe with us. And also every single stream, I do give away a free reading. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, you still have the chance. The way you go ahead to my Twitch channel, which is my username on Twitch is UncleBronze Official, is go to my YouTube profile bio and it's linked there. Go ahead and follow me. You'll get that notification when I go live. I'm going to try to get on right around 12 Eastern time. That's about, it's about 25 minutes from now. So right around 12, I want to, tonight we're going to play Oblivion Remastered. And tomorrow I'll be shooting to get on here anywhere between like 8:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, that's what we got for you guys today. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, the deck we used today, the Oracle deck, was mine, the Boxer's Oracle. This is the first Oracle deck of many that I am creating. This deck is meant to make a balance more in masculine energy, is meant to bring a balance of masculine energy into people's readings. What I've seen in most Oracle decks and etc. and tarot decks is, even though there's so many beautiful ones I've found in this world, most of them either focus on neutral energy or mainly feminine. I've found very few where I can say you can feel it when you pick it up that it's based in masculine energy. So my mission to bring to the world is more masculine based divination tools. Of course, I'll still do feminine ones and neutral, but just right now, that's where I'm trying to find a balance and bring that. So this one is called the Boxer's Oracle because my main way of being able to channel my energy, control my own anger, my own frustration, has been through boxing. So if you would like to bring a little bit of a different vibe into your own flow with your cards, I highly suggest you go ahead and you check this Oracle deck out. It is linked it's available on my website, offprintmint.com, which is linked in my YouTube profile bio. When you click on that link, it's going to bring you straight to the homepage, and then on the homepage there's a button that says click here for spiritual tools, my online store, and then it'll be right up there. It comes with a handwritten note, a handwritten thank you note from yours truly for supporting my small business. It comes with a protective velvet pouch, a box protector, and I do make sure to have them shipped out within the same week of you purchasing them. So if you guys were to get one tonight or tomorrow, well, no, because of scheduling, I'd be able to only, if some of you get it tonight, it could be to you by Wednesday, depending on where you live. Because I'm doing one order tonight to send out before, obviously, the next day comes and it's Sunday and it won't be able to be picked up. So, yeah, that's what I got for y'all today. Thank you for chilling. I'll see you guys on whichever next live stream I see you on. Alrighty. Have a good rest of your night, morning, evening, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.